though Shiva is under Kali, he is giving her a stable ground to stand on. Adhar. The ultimate goal is to be like her, someone who is nirgun. The earth is a feminine structure. It needs a reset century after century. When Kali entered my life, I was clueless for an entire, I think, 6 months or 1 year. She put people into my path very randomly out of nowhere who belong to Kali Kulam. When you are Kameshwar, the lord of desires, and your partner is Kameshwari, the goddess of desire, where will the lust go? This is a circuit.
Yeah.
You have to activate this circuit to bring her in.
Thank you so much for subscribing to Make Sense. As I've already announced that now I have dedicated this channel to Dharma and wellness. So I put in more time to find credible guests, credible sources, so that you learn more about Sanatana Dharma, more about wellness, and how to keep your life balanced and live a better life every day. This episode with Jasmeet is one of my favorite conversations where we have spoken about the practical aspects of your life when you enter the path of Devi Upasana. Do let me know your thoughts, your experiences. Do let me know what you feel about it in the comments. And I'll see you super soon in the next one. Thank you so much, Jasmeet, for being here on Make Sense. Today, we're going to talk about something which is really close to our own hearts. And we'd like to start with directly from like when we are noticing this pattern in this word, which is fairly recent in terms of, let's say, 5 to 6 years, where we see there is a massive shift in terms of consciousness, in terms of our awareness, in terms of the content that we are seeing, in terms of the talks that we're hearing, that we see a lot of what we call as Shakti rising, that we see a lot of talks about, all of a sudden there's a lot of talk about Sanatana Dharma, all of a sudden there's a shift in, people talking about Shakti, people performing rituals, people learning more about Tantra, people understanding finally what Tantra is. And, recently this Adani also pushed a lot of money towards Vedanta, towards Sanatana Dharma. So, as a Shakti Upasak yourself, what do you feel about it and what do you have to say about it?
So first, let me start by invocation of Shakti itself,
Yeah.
because it is only through her that we are sitting here, literally.
100%.
Yes. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Shri Matre Namah. Very good. So this recent shift has happened, if you notice, right after COVID.
Yeah.
And what I feel ki ghada bhar chuka hai. And once that level has been reached where we cannot go any longer just how we are, how
Right.
we were for the past centuries and decades, we cannot go forward beyond a timeline.
Okay.
Right? So the shift was necessary in the entire consciousness of the planet. Whether you go to the Western world, they're talking about the 5D Earth.
Okay.
The age of Aquarius, where the collective consciousness is shifting into more subtler realms.
Okay.
That the earth is being divided into a 3D world full of fear, full of hatred, jealousy, greed.
Survival instinct.
Survival instinct, yes. The lower reptilian brain in the human mind.
Got it.
And the higher earth, the 5D earth, fifth dimension consciousness is shifting into harmonious way.
Okay.
And in the Sanatana Dharma, in India itself, the feminine energy is on the rise. The Shakti is on the rise because we can no longer go as a patriarchal society. There needs to be more balance. There needs to be more flow. It has been done with structure, with rules, with jobs, with corporates, with everything following a masculine way of life for like centuries now. That women have to be in a certain way, men have to be a certain way. This is the time where the breakthrough happened during COVID.
Got it.
During the entire lockdown, where we were forced to contemplate life.
Yeah.
We were forced to analyze life. And if it was not for the entire world shutting down, this change wouldn't be here today. And that is because the feminine needs flow now.
Yeah.
The earth is a feminine structure. It needs a reset century after century. It is the Devi. Yes, it is Bhudevi.
Yeah.
And without her disrupting our patterns, we cannot move.
Yeah.
right? So the disruption of pattern, it wasn't the best for everyone, it wasn't the worst for everyone, but it forced us to look within ourselves, see what is not working, what is working, how to live in a more harmonious way with ourselves, with nature. Why is veganism on the rise? Why is the environmental activist is on the rise? Because we have forgotten that we are humans and there are other subspecies with us on this planet, that we do not own Devi, we do not own Bhudevi. Because of power, because of control, we have abused it to a point that the Devi cannot keep quiet anymore.
Yeah.
She's turning on the triggers, she's turning on the switches within all of us to see the reality beyond what we already know.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, much needed.
Yeah.
Much needed, yeah.
Okay. So just in case this does not go wrong as a message, what we mean here is that it's not against men, because you said patriarchal, so people might take it that this is against men.
Yeah.
So I would
say masculine way of living.
Yeah.
Where it was structure, discipline, and stability. And a feminine cannot work in that way. A harmonious life cannot happen when you have a 10-hour schedule planned for you. Where is the space for magic? Where is the space for flow, for creativity, for sitting in stillness when you have to jump from call to call, meeting to meeting, traffic to traffic? That is a masculine way of life. Where you do not leave even 20 minutes to have a meal without entertainment, without a conversation, in complete stillness.
But is this not misunderstood masculinity? Because
it is wounded masculinity.
Yeah. Because this is not true masculine way.
Yes.
This is what I think.
The true masculine way, what I like to see it as the square in the yantra. The square in the yantra is the outside to the inside. In any yantra, the square is the first thing. That is the Purush Tattva. That is the Shiva Tattva. Stability, right? Men give discipline, stability, structure, and females exist in the unstable structure.
Yeah.
You see the lunar cycle? It is always changing. Moon is undependable.
Yeah.
You cannot be in a feminine energy also 24/7. You will get nothing done.
Right.
So every yantra starts from the square because it is able to hold the wild energy of a feminine. And that is what masculine is.
Yeah.
Masculine is not dominance. Masculine is not power or control.
Okay.
How Sadashiv is lying under Tripura Sundari, or how Shiva is under Kali, he is giving her a stable ground to stand on. Adhar to stand on. That is why it's Mooladhar.
Yeah.
Ganesha resides there.
Yeah.
Right? So without that square, the yantra cannot exist. So Purush Tattva is the capacity to hold.
Yeah.
It's a vessel.
Yeah.
And the vessel needs to be empty. If the vessel is filled, where will the Shakti go? There is no space to carry Shakti.
Yeah.
Right? So this is about wounded masculine and masculine. Wounded masculine would always want to prove something.
Yeah.
Always want to validate through meeting, through achievement, through wanting to gain power, through wanting to control. A masculine is okay where he is.
Yeah.
He does not need to prove. He is very centered within himself. Look at Shiva, look at Vishnu. They are centered.
Yeah.
It is their Shakti which are playing. Mahalakshmi, she plays. Parvati, she plays. Sometimes she is Kali, sometimes she is Lalita. If Shiva is not stable, how will he be able to handle the moods of Parvati?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that stability is masculinity.
Okay.
But we were in overdose of it.
And also the cycles of what you said, like, the animals are suffering, the land is suffering, the crime against women, the crime against men overall. Okay.
It was to take control, feel powerful. When we are powerless within, when we are uncentered within, we like to control outcomes to feel powerful. When you already are in power internally, you would not want to capture, control, or dominate anything outside of you.
Yeah.
That is what we were running on. We were trying to externally project power to feel powerful. This shift happens so we can feel powerful internally without a need to prove that we are powerful.
Got it. Interesting. Okay, so now there is a very, this is my observation, and it is again to do with people who are practicing Shakti Upasana, and specifically females. It might trigger a lot of them.
I know where this is going.
So, what I am seeing is there is a natural hate towards men online. Now, this can be justified because of the long oppression that the females have, seen. Our mothers, their mothers, their mother's mother. They have seen a lot of oppression, and that oppression is still in our genes. We can feel it, right? Now, what is happening is specifically females who are into Shakti Upasana, they are, some of them, the gray area, where they are looking down on men and also claiming to be that, okay, we are independent. Now, independence has again like a very, misunderstood meaning. Or dependency somewhere means that, okay, what we call lachar. If you're dependent, you're lachar, or helpless. Yeah, it's a very negative way of saying it. But they're also considering that, okay, now we can look down on men. Okay, these are, all men are like this. Of course, there is a lot of things which are, not good. Men are also not doing great, but they are doing this. So, and in my opinion, if you are into any form of Shakti Upasana, no matter you're doing fierce or no matter you're doing Soumya, does not matter. You are so much full of love that I don't think there can be any space of hate.
Absolutely, yes, agreed.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this, and how should it be, or how should it look like according to you?
Yeah. So I don't want this to be a feminist talk.
Yeah, no, it's
it's
about Shakti.
Yeah, this is a feminine talk. In itself. So I agree that women have been oppressed for centuries, not just for decades, and this is stored in our DNA, in our body. The shame, the regret, the guilt, they manifest as various diseases in women, the hormonal imbalances, cervical, thyroid, whatnot. You see, 1 in every 3 women is going through some form of hormonal imbalance, right?
Yeah.
So, when one enters Shakti Upasana, the first thing, what I personally believe everyone should follow, is to ask the mother to heal your own wounds. You cannot be Devi, because ultimately sadhana is sadh lena. You become who you worship. Either you're worshipping Kali, you're worshipping Lalita, you're worshipping Matangi. Aap sadh lete ho. You become that. Not just internally, but physically also. The Shakti will not stay in a place, no matter which form we are talking about. She will not be invoked. She will not come in a space which is not right or ready for her. The aggression that we carry, the anger that we carry, the hate that we carry, no Shakti dwells in those areas.
Okay.
Whether it's in our
I have
heart,
a very counter response, but continue, then I'll say.
So, talking about, let's say, Kali. I have also been a Kali Upasak. Alright. And she came in जब पानी सर से ऊपर हो चुका था for my lineage.
Okay.
She does not come in when a random person triggers you. She does not come in when somebody gives you a hate comment on Instagram. You cannot justify your anger through calling it, this is Kali.
Yeah.
Kali is not fighting back. Kali is justice.
Yeah.
With Kali also comes discernment when to speak and when to stay silent. Kali is not always proving your point. Kali is also moving away when you're being disrespected. Why do a woman always has to fight back to prove a point? Why can't she just go out of a space when she's not respected? Maa Lakshmi, when she was not respected in Swargloka by Indra, she moved away.
Yeah.
She did not care it was Swarg, it was Indra. Who was it? She moved away. She was not like, I'm going to sit here and fight back and prove my point.
Yeah.
Goddess Sita did not prove her virtue to Lord Ram. She just moved away.
Yeah.
Because she knew this is pointless. Why do you have to fight back constantly? Why can't you move away silently?
Yeah.
So justifying Kali, number one, she doesn't come in that easily.
ऐसे थोड़ी कि मतलब
If she's coming in your life, it means years and decades of oppression has been there.
Or you have a very stable Aadhar like Shiva is.
Yes, that too. But once she comes, no, you will not be yourself.
First.
She will make you speak things which you never even thought. You will know when a deity is working through you. It is not you. She doesn't come in thoughts, in emotions. She comes in actions.
Yeah.
Whether that action is speaking up or whether that action is moving away. And you will know this is Kali and this is not. If you're labeling Kali as your ego or ahankar, she will burn you first before burning the other person.
Yeah, because she is literally holding the head in her hand.
Yes, and that mund mala that she has and the asurka head that she carries, it is your head that you give to her.
Yeah.
That Ma, take this head of ego and cut it. Take this head of fear and cut it. So you offer her your head first before offering heads of your enemies, which people have, come to say Kali as.
Okay, now interesting question.
Yeah.
You said that she will not come where there is anger, right? Or she will not be there. But now tell me something. When we started this podcast, we invoked her with Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, right? And then we say Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Trishna Rupet Sanstita. Then we say that okay, everything is Devi.
Yes.
We said Trishna is Devi. We say Vidya, Avidya, ignorance, bad things, good things. All of it is Devi. Because even if it's anger, even if it's hate, it's also energy, right?
Yes.
That's also coming from the energy that we have that is keeping us alive.
Yes.
So that is also Shakti.
Yes.
So now why will she not be there when there is anger?
Because Shakti is not impulsive.
Okay.
Shakti always has an intention. There's a difference between me reacting to a trigger out of anger versus me reacting to a trigger out of respect. There's a very thin line.
You become conscious.
Yes.
So
the discernment, the line I used in the previous answer, discernment is the key, that where is Shakti and where is ego. When you're trying to be justifiable, Shakti does not justify. Number one, Shakti is. Shakti does not care to prove a point. Shakti does not care to justify, am I right or am I wrong? She lets people assume whether she is right or wrong. So this discernment, are you trying to prove a point? That is ahankara. Are you okay whatever happens? How anyone perceives you, whether you become a hero, whether you become a villain, that is Shakti.
Okay.
That is the discernment.
So in a way we are saying, when you were saying it, that it came in my mind that in a way we are saying that here, because we consciously saw that emotion, we consciously observed it, so the masculine is also present now.
Yes, masculine is always, Shakti cannot exist without the masculine, just like a yantra cannot exist without the square. It is the void, it is the vessel in which Shakti plays. So without the Purush, the feminine is not able to express herself.
Okay.
She cannot be wild, she cannot be crazy. You see any balanced couple, the man is going to be very stable, boring person, and the woman is going to be wild, giggly. Right? That is the play. And a man who is in his masculine would naturally love to provide.
Yeah.
That would fulfill him. If a man is saying, I don't like providing, then maybe he's not in his masculine energy.
Yeah.
And a woman, if she doesn't feel safe, she will not be wild and crazy and creative, which is the core of a feminine creativity. Whether you have a child or you choose not to have a child, you are the mother, you are the creative, you are the nourisher.
Yeah.
It does not depend on our ability to produce a child.
Yeah.
This is independent of that.
Yeah. It's a very big misunderstanding that women have to have a child to be like a mother.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
No. You see, women will be caring for the stray dogs the most.
Yeah.
Right? That's a very regular example everyone can see. It's not that she has adopted a pet in her home. Anyone, any dog, any animal she sees, she's naturally going to tend to it. That is the nourisher. Regardless of whether that dog, that animal can give you anything in return.
Okay, this is going this is going in a different tangent now, but I think this has to be like that only. Now that you spoke about relationships, that men and women, they talk about, how they are balanced and all. But what I feel is where people misinterpret it as, they think that, okay, the feminine is the female and the masculine is the male, as in bodies, like male body, female body. And that's where the whole thing comes, that, okay, you are not masculine enough. I am not feminine.
Putting it into a box.
Yeah, that, okay, you are the masculine, I am the feminine.
You're a male, you're supposed to be masculine.
Okay. So now put some light on that. That's so that people understand that, okay, this is...
If I had to talk about both male and female, they are Ardhanareshwar in themselves. They are 50% feminine, 50% masculine. Every human being, whether you're a male, a female, a gay, a lesbian, any gender you belong to, you naturally are Ardhanareshwar. What we do, we look for a counterpart which balances our own energy. Let's say if I am in my masculine, I am 70% masculine, I look for someone who is more feminine. Whether that's a woman, whether that's a man, whoever that person is.
That I will, or I can say that I will attract that person.
Yes. Because naturally we seek balance and harmony. Until a relationship fulfills that, that's a projection. All comes here by the end of it, where you become the male and you become the feminine also at the same time.
Okay.
Relationship is nothing but a karma where we balance energy. If I had to talk it like literally, every relationship is karmic.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that if I am balanced within, my masculine and feminine are in union, I don't need a person.
No, you don't need, but you can choose to have a person. Now that gives you a choice. You are not incomplete without someone. You are choosing to be with someone.
I'll be happy alone, but I'll be fine with someone else.
Yes. And what happens when two Ardhanareshwar meet each other? They elevate the relationship.
Yeah.
And the relationship becomes where they're out of our bodies and in a spiritual level. Why do we have sex? To meet each other at a physical level, which is limited. You cannot penetrate the entire body.
Of course. Yeah.
You can only do that when you are in a astral world or a subtler realm. That happens when both become the Ardhanareshwar. And you transcend the physicality to go into the subtler realms. You have the union, the divine union always happens in the subtle realm. It never happens in the physical. The physical is the densest body.
Yeah.
Right? So you can come together and have a blissful relationship without the need to talk, to touch, or to have sex.
I'm sorry to break your flow, but if you're someone who's curious on the path of Tantra, and if you want to approach the knowledge of Das Mahavidyas in the safest way possible and direct from an authentic source of knowledge, try out Tantra Sadhana app from the Vedic Sadhana Foundation. I always promote things which I have tried myself. This will definitely change the way you look at spirituality, the way you look at Tantra, and will definitely change your mindset and your life. The link is in the description. Yeah.
Right?
Then you can choose to do that.
Everything is a choice. That is why we are humans. If someone thinks you do not have a choice, maybe you have to think again.
Yeah.
Even thinking a thought is a choice. The first thought comes randomly. The second thought is your choice.
Yeah.
Whether you choose to put it in a story or you stop it and divert it to something else. Everything is a choice. Either it's karmic or either it's your free will. And why people come to sadhana now? Because people are choosing to be more free.
Yeah,
sadhana burns up your karma.
Yeah, but it also burns it so fast that
10x speed.
It happens.
You're like, why am I falling sick in my first sadhana?
Yeah, no, but what I believe is it doesn't burn it, it makes it faster so that you go through
really burn it.
You go through it very fast.
Yes.
So you're like, all of a sudden, what's happening in my life?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
One of the names of Devi is Twastika, one of the Nityas, which talks about swiftness.
Fast?
Fast.
Is it not? Is it Twarita?
Twarita, yes.
Twarite.
Twarite, yes.
It's in the...
Yes, Nitya. One of the
16
Nityas.
Nityas.
Yes. Twarite, everything happens fast. 10x speed. No one can bypass karma.
Yeah.
The gods, the deities,
Everyone
nobody could bypass karma. It's just if it had to happen in 3 to 4 lifetimes, now it can happen in 1 lifetime.
Yeah.
If your lineage had to go through something to take multiple births, now it will happen in 1 birth. That is a free will.
Yeah.
Now, are you willing to go through the tough process?
Yeah. Okay.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, of course. You're expecting ki...
You're eating a 10-course meal in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do you have the ability to digest it and then defecate it?
Yeah, because we were talking about masculine, feminine. So it...
Lalita likes to play. She's making us jump from topic to topic.
No, but we eventually ended up where what actually people need to understand in terms of relationships. Because I feel that no matter how much sadhana you're doing, no matter how much that 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour you're doing, but apart from that, if you're standing up and shouting on your wife or your husband, then it, I think...
the whole point of sadhana, what I have come to understand is make you empty. That's the baseline. A sadhana will make you empty. If it is filling you up and if it is boosting your ego, then maybe there's some fixes that you need to do. Ultimately, a sadhana will make you empty. That the deity can come through you and you can become an empty instrument, like a vessel.
Yeah, Shav.
Yeah, like a Shav.
Okay.
Yes, it is only on Shav the Kali dances.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so but if there's this common fear, there's this common misconception that if I do sadhana, or if a female or a male does a sadhana, like hardcore sadhana, they will eventually lose love for the partner if they are married, right? And I'm not sure what kind of love they're talking about, but eventually they have this feeling that okay, they'll lose out on love or they'll lose the interest in their partner.
Okay. I have a very interesting perspective. Not everyone will like it.
Yeah.
Can you accept a partner who fulfill all your wishes? You want a Ferrari, they buy you a Ferrari. You want a big home, they buy you a big home. You want fame, they give you fame. Can your physical partner give you all of that? No, right? That is what Devi is. You fall in love with her so deeply, so madly that a human just feels, okay, he's playing a part in the story.
Okay, this might hurt a lot of egos.
Yeah, exactly. But that is what the love affair with the divine, it is actually a affair. Yeah. You would not want to be with anyone but her.
Yeah. It's like you
just want to be here and be here for hours and hours.
Yeah. Is it like, does it feel something like that? Instead of giving my emotions to this mortal being, I should give my emotions to her.
It's not even emotion. It's this constant flow of bliss. Yes, it is bliss. A physical partner, no matter how much you've loved them, can never give you a constant feeling of it. Now I'm talking about constant.
Not
you
possible.
can have a orgasm of bliss, but that's only going to last a few minutes.
Yeah.
This constant feeling that's going to drip. That is what will replace everything in your life. The partner, the children, the family, the work, everything will be consumed by her. That now when you go back after your sadhana to your real life, everything will feel like, okay, this fits this part of the story, that fits this part of the story.
Yeah.
And that makes life more interesting. So that is why I would never recommend anyone. I actually wanted to just run off to an ashram.
Yeah.
And, not be a part of this world. But when you understand that everything is fitting a part of her story, a part she wants me to play, you will be more involved.
Yeah.
You will embody it more. You will accept it more. That is the point of sadhana.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, now something controversial. Because just crossed my mind. Yeah. Okay. So, you said that women are natural mothers.
Yes.
Right? And I also believe in this thing that you don't need to be a mother like with a child, because that's like
there's a maternal instinct
to
without the need of a child.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is very ulta.
कोई बात
Okay.
नहीं.
So now there is this whole segment of women, and I'm not saying that they're wrong or they're bad.
Okay.
I'm saying there's this dialogue that I don't want a husband who is a child.
Okay.
There's this thing that, okay, I don't want my man.
हाँ.
I don't want to be
I
a
don't want
mother.
mother to a man.
I don't want to be a mother to a man. This is a very common, which is right
Yes.
in terms of the responsibility and all, which is totally fine. But I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that this is now taken shape of a hate
Yes.
in couples.
Yes.
That I don't want a man who is like a child to
I
me.
have a very interesting answer to this
Yeah.
also.
Okay. So now this maternal instinct, because I think it's natural that every man, the psychology is at least says that you look for a mother in all of the women, right? Like unconsciously, because you know that unconditional love I should get from everyone else, which should not be there, because of course no one is here to give you unconditional love,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Only it's the mother that can give you. Your physical mother and divine mother, right?
I don't even believe only the
Yeah,
divine
I don't.
mother.
Same. I also
Only
don't
the
believe.
divine
I
mother.
believe that, okay, this is just a small part of
Yes.
It's through her that I'm here,
Yes.
which of course has a part to play, but otherwise it's just her.
I have like a 50-50 answer to this,
Yeah.
but both of them are very necessary part of the
Yeah,
story,
of course.
and they're controversial. Number one, men are not in their Purush Tattva.
Yeah.
They
Of
are
course.
they are not stable.
Hmm.
They are not hardworking these days.
Hmm.
They are not disciplined.
Hmm.
Everyone is so distracted looking for shortcuts.
Hmm.
Men are not in their Purush Tattva. Either they are trying to control, dominate, or feel powerful through all of those,
Hmm.
or they're trying to underplay, trying to become the victim. Oh my God, this trauma happened to me.
Hmm.
Everyone goes through trauma, right?
Hmm.
So either that's overly masculine or under masculine.
Hmm.
Nobody is in their Purush Tattva, and that is why females do not want to marry.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
Hmm.
Secondly, women do not know boundaries of when to control their maternal instincts.
Hmm.
When can you stop saying yes to everything and start saying no? So both play an equal part in it. Women resent men because they have seen their mothers going through something. That is a major part of it. Their mother going through some form of oppression, violence, abuse. So they do not want to replicate. They have a big fear that I do not want to replicate what happened to my mother. I could not save her, but I'll save myself. Right? So either they are into complete avoidance, that they become highly masculine themselves,
Yeah.
or either they are in complete maternal, so they don't know boundaries. They always say yes, yes, yes. You want money? Take this. I just watched this reel where Kalpana in Gajini, she sells her bangles to give it to the person. She sells her cars to give the money to the person. She knows no boundaries. We have been shown these set of standards that either you're going to be super independent, be a single mother, do everything on your own, or waste away your body, your life, your energy for men. And since that has been so extreme, this is now the other way that is coming up and as extreme. When a woman finds someone who is in their Purush Tattva, they will naturally melt.
Okay, but don't you think, or don't you believe that women who are truly in their feminine will only attract the men who are in their masculine?
I believe that.
Okay.
But men has to create that safe space first, because
that's what I'm saying. Men anyway have to do that.
Yes.
But I'm saying a female who is truly in her feminine or on the path of her feminine
yes,
will find a man who is in that stable masculine.
Yes, I can say that's half true. Because the other half is also, if she's trying to find a partner and no one is showing up, what happens then? She'll be in a thing that I don't want to really think I want to marry, or she's going to attract another female. Another, let's say, a friendship like that, or a relationship like that. That balance. See, everyone is just going to balance your energy, whether that's in a form of a male or a female. So the more feminine you are, you're going to attract a male. The more masculine you are, you're going to attract a male who is more feminine.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
But men have to step up, because as I always go back, the yantra starts from a square. It never starts from a circle or a triangle or any other shape.
Yeah.
So the men, they need to find the Shiv Tattva, the Vishnu Tattva first.
Yeah.
Right? Just, I feel this is so crazy that we have these endless mythologies and no one taking it literally.
Yeah.
Everyone is stuck in the stories and nobody want to embody it.
No,
who could handle Mahalakshmi if not Vishnu?
Yeah.
Who could handle all the 10 Dasamahavidyas if not Shiva? Right? She would just be Parvati if Shiva was not Shiva.
Yeah.
So it is a dance. It is a dance. Sometimes in a relationship also, after marriage, a man might want to rest for a while and a woman might take up space.
Yeah.
And then maybe a male wants to take up space and women want to nurture the home. It's a dance. Harmony, yes. It's a balance. And this uprising, the one we started from, it happened because we were in extreme dysregulation.
Yeah.
So this is what the chaotic balance looks like. We're trying to come into balance. We are not there yet. But we are trying to find our own ways during this.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So now, now back to, so when I say that, I invoke the Shakti within me, and this is for men and for women both, and how do I do that? How do I invoke the Shakti? See, it's already there, because if we are operating,
the bija is always there.
If you are operating, like if you are alive, the Shakti is there, right? That's what I feel. That because this body is also operated by something, right? I'm not doing anything. I think I'm speaking, but I'm not. You think you're listening, but you're not, sort of situation, right? And even the camera that is recording, the mic that is working, is all because of those electrical impulses. But how do I invoke that using this yantra called body?
The first thing is to sit in stillness.
Okay.
Because what is Shakti? It is the creative capacity. It is the kinetic energy.
Yeah.
The moving energy. If there is no stillness, she cannot move. Creating this yantra, the dhyan, is considered the highest thing. Because only in dhyan, when you're empty, when you're still, you can get the most craziest creative ideas.
Okay.
And to invite Shakti, you have to become Shiva, which is stillness.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Makes sense.
You have to create that vessel within you. Sit in dhyan 20 minutes every day. No thought, only breath and only nothingness. Be in the void first. And then the Shakti will pour in naturally as a byproduct. You do not have to do something consciously to invite her.
Yeah.
She comes when she sees, okay, this place is empty and I can play here. You see a kid, they see that, oh, this is too neat. They take a crayon and they just...
Yeah.
So you do not have to invite Shakti. She comes in as a byproduct of stillness.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So
both for male and for females, actually.
Okay. And what is the role of, which I personally feel is for women? And I sometimes envy women, and not literally, but sometimes think that, I wish I had an emotional state like that, because that makes you connect really fast. So how can men also do that in terms of, dhyan, or in terms of invoking that energy?
See, emotions come from empathy. If I am feeling something, how deeply are you able to connect with my feeling of that feeling?
Okay.
If I am going through, let's say, something happy, I achieve something, I get an award or something good happens to me, how happy you are for me, that comes through empathy.
Okay.
You are trying to feel what I am feeling. That can only happen when I am overflowing with that feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? It cannot happen when I'm only feeling little bit of it. You cannot feel something more than I am feeling it.
Of course.
Naturally, women have a higher emotional quotient and men have a higher intellect question. That is how the brains have been made, right?
Yeah.
Men are more on the logical side, feminine are more on the emotional side. The best way to balance it is alternate nostril breathing.
Okay.
Because they connect to each hemisphere, and the more you can balance the Ida and the Pingala, the left and the right side, Sushumna activates, which is the balance of it all.
Okay.
So again, I don't want to categorize practice into males can do it, females can do it. Everyone can do it to achieve the same results. Because it's just a difference of body and biology. The spiritually, everything is the same. You have the same 5 koshas I have. You have the same consciousness I have. It's only a matter of who we are here to learn from. I am here to learn from a female body. You are here to learn from a male body.
Yeah.
But we can reach that stage with the same practice.
Yeah.
So the best way is alternate nostril breathing for everyone. That is how you invoke Vak Siddhi, balance, harmony, knowing when to be a more masculine person in which environments, knowing when to be a more feminine person in which environments. Right? You cannot be a feminine coming late, having these pinky notes in a foreign global meeting.
Yeah, of course.
And you cannot come to a shadi dressed like a boss.
Yeah, right.
That is what balance is. Knowing when and which part of you is necessary where. With a shift of environment, you can shift. It's like a symbiotic relationship between feminine and masculine. Both are incomplete without the other inside us.
Yeah.
When to bring out whom? That is our intellect.
Yeah.
That is our natural harmony in the body.
So how do you like there's this saying that you did not find her name, but her name found you. Right? When we read it, we realize that okay, what does this mean?
Yeah.
But how does that happen? And what changes when that happens?
How does that happen? I do not know, honestly. She comes in like a force where you have no control. I was not a sadhak when she came in. I was a normal, regular human being going about my work. Nothing, I'm not even from that background, to be very honest. And Kali came in first for me. And she came in like a force where she came in my dreams so repetitively that I could not ignore her. And I was trying to find links. Maybe I've seen her somewhere. Maybe I have friends who talk about her. Maybe I know someone from that culture. I knew nothing about her. Only a depiction that she is scary. That is the first image of Kali for me. And she came in when my ancestral quota was over. And nothing could be done beyond that point in my lineage. And I have done things I never thought I would do under her. I have spoken things and been to circumstances and years where everything was out of my control. Pure, wild chaos. It's unimaginable for me as a human to do. When you know you're in situations where you have no control, know it is her at play. You do not have a thought, you do not have an emotion. She will run through you. She will speak through you. She will act through you. Whether you want it or not. Whether you want it or not, because I did not want it. And she came in. And the consequences were massive, if I have to be honest. But I think it was necessary. If it wasn't for Kali, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have gone through all of those turmoils, gone through those circumstances to be here and reach Lalita.
Of course.
It was only through that destruction that she made me come to the other side of it. So you can feel this overpowering force as if you're sitting under a waterfall and you have no control of the pressure. That is what Shakti is. At least that is what I have experienced. It's like a overflow of some energy. You cannot decide for yourself. You cannot choose. She decides for you. You have to just accommodate
Yeah.
wherever she puts you.
Hmm.
That's how I'll put it.
Okay.
And when you feel like you don't know where this is going, she will also connect you with those people who will take you along the path very randomly. That happened to me. When Kali entered my life, I was clueless for an entire, I think, 6 months or 1 year. She put people into my path very randomly out of nowhere who belonged to Kali Kula.
Okay.
Who was so ingrained, embodying her literally, that they just connected and they guided me out of nowhere. So when you ask her, no, Ma, I'm not able to handle it. Ma, I don't know what to do. You are coming. I'm, you know, she will guide you also. But you have to ask her. Another thing which I feel people don't do is ask.
Yeah.
It's like, she knows what's best for me. She'll do it. You want to eat palak paneer, but you don't say, I want palak paneer, so your mom makes you tori. It's like that. Ask her. She will give you. It's what I've also discovered, it is our limitation to receive.
Yeah, of course.
She can give you anything. Anything that there is. If you don't ask, if your capacity to receive is just this much and she can give you this much, then it's your fault. That is why Tantra is so important.
Yeah.
It expands your ability to receive. It expands your consciousness. Working on your root, pranayam, dhyan, emptying you so you can receive. If you're constantly stuck in, I have to go to this meeting, I have to take care of my parents, I have to do this, where will she come from?
Yeah.
How will you receive the magic she wants to bring in? You cannot. Randomly, when I'm about to sleep, I get these images, flashes of images at 2 a.m. And if I don't like write it or speak about it, I cannot sleep.
Yeah.
So very recently, she just started coming at 2 a.m. and I had to create, and the best way I found is I create reels and I put it online, and so many people resonate with it. That is how you know it's her and not you. You have to get out of the way.
Yeah.
That's a big part. Getting out of the way, not putting logic in everything.
Yeah.
Why is this happening? When, why, how? Get it out of the way. You don't know, and she doesn't care, and let her take you into the flow.
Okay, but what if let's say if I ask, you said ask, okay? If I ask and I ask because I am a limited mind, it's like, you say that I anyways don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right? So if I ask, now I'll ask something very stupid. I might ask for, let's say, a 7 BHK house.
Oh.
What else would you ask for in this material world, right? You would ask for happiness, chalo happiness. Then you would say, chalo Ferrari de do. Chalo 10-15 crore, 20 crore de do. But if I say, okay, you give me whatever you feel is right. Then,
so that is the natural evolution of desire. You ask for a 7 BHK house, you go, you live there for a year or something, you ask for a penthouse or for an entire building. You get that. You get everything you want as your desire evolves, that the last desire you have is attaining her. You want a Santro, she gives you Santro. You want a Mahindra, she gives you Mahindra. You want a Mercedes, she gives you Mercedes. You've got it all. Now what will you ask? Nothing. You will only ask her. Now I have everything I wanted for me, for my next 7 generations. Now you come to me. If you're not fulfilling your desires, you're suppressing it, because she is also Ichha Shakti. She is generating that desire within you.
Yeah.
So that generation of desire, fulfillment of desire is her. So that you do not come back to another lifetime just to fulfill, arey, meko famous hona tha.
Yeah.
So that the last thought is only for her. Because when we are on our deathbed, we ask, oh, I wish I could have said that, or I wish I could have built my dream legacy, or I wish I could be famous. And then you die. You have to come back for that one desire. So that evolution of desire is necessary. So the last desire is only her. Otherwise, keep the cycle repeating.
Yeah. Let's come to Lalita Sahasranama. Okay. So now, of course, you cannot explain about it in a podcast, right? It's impossible to expound on that or explain the whole essence of Lalita Sahasranama in any number of podcasts, I feel, right? But just let's not put limits to it, but just let's start with Lalita Sahasranama. No question. Let it start. Yeah.
I'm just getting this verse. Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha Chaturbahu Samanvita.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel we cannot even tolerate the heat from one sun. And this overpowering energy of the universe is there with thousands of rising suns behind her. How the human mind cannot even perceive it. Like if I try to imagine it, I cannot even imagine the 1,000 suns. That is her. Yeah. And it's so funny, this Tatank Yugli Sambhuta Tapunodopu Mandala. Yeah. We are scared of planets. अरे सूर्य देव ऐसे बैठे हैं, अरे चंद्र देव ऐसे बैठे हैं, राशि में आए, this one is not good, that placement is not good. She's wearing them as earrings. How funny is that? Yeah. How magic. That is why Sadhana speeds it up. Everything is under her control, even the planets we humans are scared of. Yeah. Isn't that just mind-blowing? It is very mind-boggling for me. कि क्या ही देवी होंगी वो जिनके आसपास घूम रहे हैं सारे, जिनको हम शिव को पूछते हैं, विष्णु को पूछते हैं. They are her asan. They are her asan and she is sitting above them. And she is also the asan. The mind, the human brain cannot grasp it. That is why she is there to constantly give us something like little hints here and there. This is me, that is me. So, something about Lalita Sahasranama is you can read it, you can understand the meaning, but things will reveal itself as you chant it and contemplate on it. They will reveal themselves. One line can reveal a secret to the universe that you cannot even imagine. Science has come only here. Lalita Sahasranama is way and beyond. Yeah. That is why when Lord Hayagreev was giving it to Rishi Agastya had to beg him. Yeah. Give me Lalita Sahasranama. Lord Hayagreev gave him everything of the Sri Vidya, but not Lalita Sahasranama. That was the last thing he revealed. Because if someone does not even do the sadhana or the vidya, the Sri Vidya, Lalita Sahasranama is the boat which will take you across. Only 183 verses that will take you across if you do it every day. And one of the other lines that I really love is Nij Salap Madhurya Vinir Bhart Sit Kachapi. The voice is like the blissful nectar, even more beautiful than the Kachapi, that the instrument, the veena of Devi Saraswati. Yeah. We cannot imagine all of these things, but when we are reading it, we can at some subtle level connect to it. Like, okay, this is true. Even if I cannot understand it, this is still true. How people have put rules that every day you should sit at sadhana at the same time, which is so wrong. Tantra has given us samyachar. Do when you have time, and Devi accepts it. Yeah. So these rules we have made, these are human-made rules. Devi do not have rules. Yeah. She does not care if you eat non-veg, if you eat veg. She is everything. She is the time she is giving you to meditate, to chant her name, to dhyan dhyartir dhyaya rupa. The meditator, the object of meditation and the meditation itself. She is giving it to you. So we are very low human beings to put rules to her. Good and bad, right and wrong. She is giving us the desires to do it. Right? Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Everything she is. Who are we? And this another concept I want to clear is, we considered Tamoguna as bad and Sattva as good. There is nothing good or bad. It's only lower and higher. this concept, I don't know where it came from, but it is just distorting into more false truths.
Yeah.
More misinterpretations.
I think these are blocks equally important, all of these.
Yes. Only through understanding nothing really is good or bad,
Yeah.
you can transcend above and become nirgun like her.
Yeah.
Just like sadhana is sadh lena, the ultimate goal is to be like her. Someone who is nirgun. Someone who does not care. Someone who is everywhere. So there is no separation between me and you also.
Yeah.
You know, we say that Devi is everywhere, God is everywhere, but how do you feel it?
Yeah.
How do you feel it? Tell me.
You're asking me?
Yes.
I don't know that much. But yeah, I can.
You can, anything that comes.
So for example, when we say Devi is everywhere, it's like the Shakti is everywhere. So what I'm speaking is that unexplainable Shakti, right? You are here listening to me because your body is functioning.
Yes.
The electric charge in your body is moving. You are able to process what I'm saying automatically. You are not doing anything. Jasmeet is not doing anything. Jasmeet is just Jasmeet. Jasmeet is the identity of the Shakti that is there, to put in a structure to it, that okay, I'm talking to you. And without her being everywhere, this can't go from here to you, or this can't come from you to me, right? And the thought that is coming in after the question is again the same Shakti, unexplainable Shakti. The water in your body is again the unexplainable Shakti. The light here is the unexplainable. I cannot explain. I can say that okay, this is the light, but this is not the light, right?
Yes.
The light is there which we can't see.
Yes.
That's the bulb.
Yes.
Now the electricity, unexplainable. That's her. So it's everywhere, and this just the body is.
How can a layman understand it? Someone who's not done sadhana, someone who knows nothing about.
Someone who wants to understand it through science.
Not even fine, but just a normal person going on the road. How would you explain it? I have this beautiful analogy that I love to put in कि आपको ठंड लग रही है, आपके सामने कोई केतली में चाय लेके आया या कॉफी लेके आया, लेकिन उसके पास कप नहीं है, आप कैसे पियोगे? वो कप चाहिए ना, वो कप क्या है? That is the vessel. So that chai, if you consider that chai as Devi, something can give you the bliss in that moment, but you do not have the cup. वही बात है, God is everywhere, but I cannot see God. कैसे पियोगे? नहीं पी सकते. वो तभी तो पात्र. That cup becomes the patra. This body is a patra. This is a circuit. You have to activate this circuit to bring her in. She will not come ऐसे ही घूमते फिरते. Right? You have to be eligible. This eligibility criteria to bring her in. Either that's devotion, either that's chanting, either that's purification, whatever. वो पात्र बनना.
Or do we say that she's already there, but we just get aware of her presence?
You just know that someone else is in control. The remote. You always thought कि हम game खेल रहे हैं, but you recognize no, there's someone else doing this.
Interesting.
And then you leave the reins of your life in that remote control in her hands. She will, I have seen it firsthand, I have experienced it. She will put you into places that is unimaginable, that the human mind could not even ask for. It is beyond comprehension. She will put you in rooms that you never asked. She will put you amongst people that you never thought you could be in. She will put money that you could never comprehend. Anything. So it is our छोटा सा दिमाग जो सिर्फ इतना मांग सकता है. उनका देने का कोई वो ही नहीं है, लिमिट ही नहीं है.
There's no limit,
लिमिट ही नहीं है. तभी तो तंत्र में पात्र दीक्षा दी जाती है कि आप वो शक्ति संभाल पाओ. वो शक्ति ही नहीं संभाल पाओगे तो उनका आने का फायदा क्या है? लक्ष्मी कभी नहीं आती, विष्णु आते हैं पहले, तब लक्ष्मी आती है उनके साथ. तो विष्णु तो बनना पड़ेगा ना पहले. कैसे बनोगी? स्थिरता, order, discipline, dincharya, how you spend your day. If you're not disciplined, Lakshmi will not come. Everyone aims to be Lakshmi, but no one's trying to be Vishnu. Only if we could be aware. Vishnu तो बन जाओ. धर्म तो follow कर लो. अर्थ के पीछे भागना छोड़ दो. अर्थ आ जाएगा. धर्म तो follow कर लो. Vishnu was always a preserver of dharma. righteousness.
Yeah.
All of us have that. We just don't have the courage to follow it. It's not even awareness. We are aware. It's the courage, the valor. Right?
Yeah.
Bal Prada. She gives you the courage to go behind your dharma. So ask her that, Ma, give me the time, the motivation and the discipline to follow my dharma. Why you have put me in this space? Clear everything away. I know I am scared that you will remove this person or this circumstance, but do it. Because that is the best thing for me.
Yeah.
Because now you have her.
And I think we sometimes think too limited in terms of, okay, this person is mine, this person is, I would like to keep this person. Even if the person is not good for you, I would still like to keep that person because it's comfortable. Without understanding that she is not just the mother of this body, but the soul that has been coming since maybe millions of years. You never know.
If there is something like that, there's a person in your life which is not good for you, and if Devi is, you're a follower of Devi or you're into sadhana, nothing will happen. You will lose interest in them.
Yeah. Or something
major will happen and they will leave, or you lose interest in them. You look at them, you have no feelings. You think about, you forget calling them.
Yeah.
You will be so indulged in your own self that you'll forget calling them. She makes a shift internally, whether you do not care, or she makes a shift externally that something happens and you break off. It is what she thinks is best for you. How can you accept it?
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it is about acceptance. What if you feel detached, but you do not have the courage to say it?
Yeah.
That is also that grace of Devi.
Yeah.
That you can say, okay, I don't think this is working anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Because all of us can know truth, but acting upon truth is her grace.
Yeah.
Bal Prada.
Since you spoke about, signs catching up to Lalita Sahasranama, can you give me an example of, so that people also understand what we are trying to say, in terms of where science is trying to do research and all of that, and this being, so old, this knowledge, this Vidya being so old, it already said a lot of things.
So, science have just come to realize, they put the brain masks on, they try to trigger you and see which part of the brain is reacting, and they figure out subconscious reprogramming, neural pattern changing, the alpha, beta, gamma states of the brain. You do not need any of that. We have already decoded this in Lalita Sahasranama and even in the Sri Chakra. So in Lalita Sahasranama, one of Devi's names is Parmanu Paratpara. She is the tiniest subatomic particle that there ever is. And science has very recently confirmed that the subatomic particle is nothing but 99% vibrating energy and 0.01% matter. And it's only vibrating. There is nothing solid to it.
Yeah.
And we have discovered this thousands of years ago. They are trying to figure out that the spinal column, the cerebrospinal fluid, the brain are only circuits now. We have discovered this through Sri Chakra. You'll meditate, you do tratak on the bindu of Sri Chakra, your entire brain chemistry will change. You do not need to understand science. You do not need to be a neuroscientist. You just have to practice. It will change on its own. Your thoughts will change, your emotions will change, your actions will change, your opportunities, outcomes. I cannot even name everything that can change.
Yeah.
It is so minute that the shift happens subtly. And as you continue the practice, the shift will replicate itself and project in the outer world. Randomly, people will drop into your field because this creates the field.
Yeah.
This is the entire Brahmand here. This creates the field and people will drop into your field. Opportunities, money, partnerships, ideas, creativity, discipline, new things that nobody has discovered till now will drop in. The only terms and condition is if you allow her. And if you stay consistent with the practice.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen in one practice or even a month. The moment you close your eyes and all you can see is Sri Chakra, that is the time you have to practice. So that every time you close the eyes, the practice is here now.
Yeah.
It's not somewhere outside.
Mm.
So she is the subtlest particle and she is the greatest particle. So two siddhis of her. One is to become the smallest.
Yeah.
One is to become the biggest.
Adima.
And only Hanumanji, one
Yeah.
person was Hanumanji, where the Asht Siddhi he could conquer. So she also gives all of these to the devotees as well. You can control the minutest and become the minutest and even the largest. All the fame, the power, the dominance you want in the world, that will come naturally and you will not want it. That is the magic of it.
Yeah.
You will have everything and you will not want it.
Yeah. And all of this is just the beginning of the Sri Chakra.
These are just the outer lines of the Bhupura.
Yeah.
We have not even entered yet. We are only the outer. Just imagine, it's only gonna go in more intense, more magical, with more surrender.
Yeah.
So another thing that comes with this, you cannot want someone else's downfall while doing this.
Yeah.
Devi loves you, but Devi is also very strict. She will not tolerate any backhanded comments you do to people, any criticism that you give to people, any jealousy or gossip that you do around people. So you will have to sacrifice this also. Because how can Devi come into your hridaya, into your heart, when you feel like, oh, that person, he doesn't deserve the promotion. Or, oh, their partner, it's too good. Maybe I could get something like that.
Okay.
Devi will never come then. The intentions need to be pure. You want a partner, she will give you 10 times better partner. She will give you 10 partners.
That's true.
She'll give you 10 partners. But your intention needs to be very clear.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, how can people, like, when you were talking about that, I had this urge of asking this question, that when we take her path and we do, but the life is going on by the side, right? You're doing sadhana every day, you're focusing on, you're trying to sit and you're doing everything, but the life is going on, right? Till the time jo bhi abhi tak the karmas that you've done, that's going on. Now in this path, if you're crossing through a lot of lust or a lot of greed or a lot of, because I feel that people say that, okay, there is this segment of emotions, jealousy, hatred, anger, and then greed, lust, and all of that. But again, that is natural. Like, greed can happen, lust can happen towards your own partner, that can happen, right? So how does one handle all of this while doing this?
So I will share something through my own experience. All of these are very natural human tendencies. But these are the shadow sides. These are not the higher spectrum of emotions, right? We have higher spectrum of emotions. Whenever you feel greed towards anything, you will be so aware that you're going to see greed in front of your face. It's not going to be an unconscious pattern anymore. Okay. And as life goes on, Devi will give you all the lust, all the greed, all the everything she will take you from, only to make you understand this is also her and you will not want it.
Yeah.
You will not want to be lustful. But that is also her. So this is a paradox that goes. The greed is also her, but you will not be greedy. Greed comes when you feel there's a limitedness to anything. Devi is limitless. She will make your life limitless. You will be tired of spending money and your bank account will still overflow.
Yeah.
This will put you into a state of limitlessness. And anytime you feel you will become aware that greed is creeping up, just say, this is also you. I accept you, but I surrender it at your feet. I am aware. So awareness comes very quickly, like in the moment. Awareness does not come after the action has been done. It comes before the action has been performed.
Yeah.
So that awareness gives you a choice now.
Hmm.
In this moment, do you want to be Devi or do you want to be the same person you were? So that awareness is the change maker. And that awareness is also her grace.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You will want to be lustful, you'll have sex, and then you recognize this still isn't that exciting anymore.
Yeah. Or it does not give you that bliss.
That bliss, that satisfaction, no. You'll be like, I have tasted something better now.
Yeah. Okay. But a lot of people also get lost in this path of where I think especially men in this particular thing where when a man starts to do Devi Upasana, they eventually what happens is you see goddess in every woman then.
Devi is always wet. What will happen to the earth if earth is not wet? It will turn
moist.
barren.
Yeah. Moist.
It will turn barren. There will be no produce, no agriculture, nothing. Everyone will die. So this will enhance your sensual and sexual urges.
Yeah, but
Devi is lustful.
But at the same time, when you are, so we, like for example, let's say men who are doing Devi Upasana, they know and they'll relate to it that they'll see Devi in every woman. And then you won't do that disrespectful wala lust or, not objectify women and all of that. That happens automatically. Yes. But when you are with your partner, now you are, let's say,
you become Kameshwar and the partner becomes Kameshwari.
But there's also guilt of the lust that you or the sensual pleasure.
The guilt will only come when you resonate with being human.
Okay.
When you are Kameshwar, the Lord of desires, and your partner is Kameshwari, the goddess of desire, where will the lust go? Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati, when they used to mate, the tapas, the heat that was created would dissolve worlds and the devas had to stop them.
So this is what you're saying is conscious union.
Yes.
Not lustful sex, but conscious union.
You disassociate with being a human and you embody the Devi. It is very literal. It's not metaphorical anymore.
Okay, what do you mean?
Literal means you become Devi, Sadh Lena. It's not just metaphor that you become limitless, you'll become like her. You will become like her. Your face will glow like 1,000 rising suns.
Yeah.
You will master the Janendriyas, the Panch Janendriyas. You will master everything and you will become like that. Only Kameshwar knows the tenderness of Devi's thighs.
Yeah.
Kameshwar Nyat Saubhagya Marduvoru Dvayanvita. So that union becomes between Kameshwar and Kameshwari. Look at it from a perception of you become the deity.
So the union or the sex is not human anymore, which means that I am not in the union for my pleasure and she is not in the union for her pleasure.
It is you go into sex with pleasure to fulfill the pleasure until the point it doesn't feel pleasurable anymore. And then you sit in meditation and you work with the divine union.
Okay.
Union in the cosmic realm, in the subtle realm, in the astral realm, whatever. Because after a while, हर चीज की तृप्ति देती है वो.
Yeah.
The sex will also have tripti and then you'll feel dissatisfied with it. You will not enjoy it as much.
तो इसमें तो कुछ है ही नहीं type.
इसमें तो कुछ है ही नहीं. But to overcome it, you have to have excess of it.
Yeah, you have to go through it.
You have to have tripti of it. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh, I should have done that. This regret of I should have done that will keep you back into the loop of Maya. This guilt also will keep you back into the loop of Maya.
But that sex has to be conscious then.
Yes. Sex always, whether you're Devi or not, it has to be conscious. It's an energy exchange in the end of the day.
But we also say that all of this doesn't matter because how Devi is. Yeah. She's limitless. She's not bound by names or forms or roops or whatever you do. Then we also say that that's like does not matter, right?
It does not matter when you have abundance of it. You can renounce it once you have abundance of it. You cannot renounce something you don't have. You cannot renounce a 7 BHK apartment when you do not have a 7 BHK apartment.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. You cannot renounce sex if you've never had sex. Something you've never tasted, you'll always feel like, oh, I should have tasted that. Imagine you never had ramen in your life.
Yeah.
And everyone's going crazy about ramen. You'll be like, oh, I should have, even if I hate it, let me just taste it once.
Yeah. Okay, got it. ठीक है. Okay, coming to the end of the podcast, is a very interesting question that I had is, when we do Upasana or any small meditation or session, we in the end, what do we say is that I don't know invocation, right? Avahanam na janami, I don't know anything. Mantrahinam, kriyahinam, bhaktihinam, sureshwari. But that's what you're saying after doing everything, after doing all the chanting, after doing any yagna or whatever. So what eventually it means is that we cannot know or understand her through words, because eventually mantras, when we are doing, we are following something, that okay, I'm doing this mantra, this will happen. So there is an expectation of the outcome, that okay, I say
Falshruti, like Falshruti.
Yeah, everywhere ki ab to yahi ho jayega, this will happen because I'm doing this. So with that comes a sense of that I have done it and I am going to get this. Sometimes we also unknowingly, what we do is that we are meditating on the mantra and then we expect her to show up. Why are you not showing up in this? Why are you not showing up in my meditation? All of a sudden, why am I blank and you are not coming? And then we realize, oh, this is also an expectation. But tell me something, how does then one, if we are saying that, okay, mantrahinam, kriyahinam, anyways, mujhe kuch nahi aata, I don't know anything, right? I just know you. So then there has to be a path without mantra, without tantra, without invocation, without meditation, without anything. How does one who does not know anything, anyways we don't know anything, we are saying,
do your dharma. If you're a mother, you have 2 children and a household to work, do it with consciousness, with awareness. That is sadhana in itself. You do not need to sit in meditation every day. You do not need to chant mantras, have yantra, or do anything. You doing your work righteously and religiously is sadhana in itself. A lot of people come to me and they say, I have all of these responsibilities and I do not have enough time to do something. What you're doing, if you do it with full grace and full awareness, it is sadhana. You are serving Devi. You are in this world, you are serving Devi. Whether it's charity, it's raising up kids, it's going to job, doing a meeting, driving, do anything that you're doing, but with some amount of awareness. And ask Devi that I cannot do this every day, but I still want to connect with you. Help me become aware of it. She will give you a way. I personally believe if there are 1 million people on earth, there is 1 million way to reach Devi.
There are 8 billion people, 8 billion Devis.
Yes, 8 billion ways to reach to the Supreme. There is not one way. We should not put anything in a box that this is how something should be. The Sanatan and all of it is so diverse. It is according to your personality. You do not have to force something to become something, to reach somewhere. The path is made to fit the sadhak and not the other way around. The sadhak should not fit in a path. The path should fit the sadhak. That is very essential. If it is happening the other way around, there needs to be some modifications done.
Like you said that there are no rules that you have to, follow, or there is no foundation. But you also said ki something that you must not do. Let's say if you're not doing mantras or anything, you're not following any tantra, you're not doing any specific sadhana, but there's something that you should not do. Like for example, you said ki jealousy. So what is that one thing that one should not do in terms of?
Be unconscious, be unaware of what they're doing. Stop being on autopilot. That is very essential. Okay. What was given to you, the conditioning that happened to you. If you're watching this podcast, you're obviously an adult. And it is your responsibility to get your life in order.
Yeah.
Whether you're a sadhak or not, whether you're into tantra or not, whether you practice something or not. Having your life under control taking the power back, that is 100% your responsibility. It is not Devi's responsibility.
Yeah.
She will come in when she thinks, okay, this person really cannot do it alone.
Yeah.
She will not come in when you're lazing around, doom scrolling all day, replicating the patterns that you were passed down. You have to have a will to change for Devi to enter. And that will to change always comes internally. The responsibility is yours.
So even if you are jealous, should be aware about it.
Be jealous. Being jealous is a natural human trait. What do you do with that jealousy? Do you go put hate comments on Instagram with that jealousy? Do you give backhanded comments to other people? Or do you try to put that jealousy into inspiration that you can also do it? That you can also have 1 million followers if that's what you're jealous about. That you can also have the most amazing partner if that's what you're jealous about. It's not what happens. It's what you do with what happens.
Yeah.
Do you take it in inspiration or do you channel it in a malefic way? Right. This conscious awareness of what I am doing with what I have got, that is your free will.
Yeah.
And that can change the trajectory of your incarnations, your karma, everything. But because you're भोग रहे हो पुराने कर्मा, लेकिन आगे के क्रिएट भी तो कर रहे हो.
Yeah.
Simultaneously चल रहा है ये process. जो कर्म पुराने किए, that is done. Nothing can be done about it. You're born in a not so great family, faced traumas, XYZ. Have you accepted, I am the victim, I'm going to sit here and do nothing about it? Or are you taking conscious tries to become a better person, to work on those shadows, those traumas, those ancestral stuff and whatnot? Devi will not laze around with lazy people.
Yeah.
She needs some will. She needs some will to change.
Yeah.
So if you are in a problem and you're not fixing it, you're doing nothing with it, wasting your life, to be honest.
Yeah.
Human incarnations are rare.
Yeah.
कितनी हजारों करोड़ों योनियों के बाद you get a human incarnation, and if you're wasting it doom scrolling, victimizing, blaming, you're literally doing nothing. It's actually such a cliched line, but it's such a blessing to be born as a human.
Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, I mean.
But people do not recognize it. We just keep blaming, oh, 8 billion people, oh, 8 billion people.
Yeah.
8 billion people are getting chance to liberation.
Yeah.
Why don't we think about it like that?
And I think eventually it's about how can you make lives of other people better, the earth a better place, the overall, life better for animals.
Yes.
Overall, like more than you, beyond you.
How can life be beyond you? Like just what we are doing here today.
Yeah.
This is a part that will extend out of us.
Yeah.
And that is what Devi is. She's a giver. A natural overflowing giver.
Yeah.
She is not like, oh, that person does not respect me, I will not give. And I will close my heart to everyone. She's like low. And when Devi enters your life, you will naturally become a giver. You will want to give back in any possible way that you can, in whatever you're doing at that point. You do not have to leave something, go into a different field and give.
Yeah.
You will give as you are, where you are. You will become Devi. That is Devi. Serving humanity is Devi.
Yeah. But also that in the end, that nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Yeah. Nothing eventually.
But we have to make the play interesting while we are here, right?
Yeah. Knowing that it's a play. That we are
Knowing
playing
that
this.
it is a play. What interest would it be if we just go to an ashram and just sit? We are not serving anyone but ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that's very
So
selfish.
like running away from the reality.
Yes. You're going in an ashram, meditating 10 hours a day. Who are you serving but yourself? You can be in this world, serve no one but at least your family, right?
Yeah.
At least the people in your neighborhood and the masses at large. How can you serve someone? And I'm going to tell this from experience. This half of the year, all I did was put in free chanting calls with no expectation, only because I really enjoyed chanting.
Yeah.
And I put weekly sessions for chanting for everyone out there. the ripple effect has been so crazy that I am booked out months in advance, something that I've never been.
Yeah.
And I never started it with any motive that I want this or that. I just did it because I really love chanting. So the circle will come back to you, but you have to initiate the circle. That initiation is yours.
Yeah.
It is not someone will come and push me, then I will have the courage to do it.
Yeah.
You're always abundant.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And India right now needs to get out of the poverty consciousness.
Yeah, it is really bad.
It is just glorifying these people with no money.
Yeah.
When you're spiritual, you are meant to be rich and wealthy. Money is a byproduct of spirituality. If someone is preaching money is bad and they are spiritual, they are not spiritual. So this concept, no, spiritual people are okay with scarcity.
Yeah.
This is false.
Yeah, and that's where I think my guru, OMswami Ji, where he spoke about monkhood when he renounced his wealth, he changed everything what people think about being a monk. Being a monk, they think that okay, monk is a guy who can just he said that if you are a monk and if you are relying on others, then you are doing disservice.
Yes.
Because you have to be reliant on yourself. And this he said after renouncing millions of dollars of his own wealth, which he created as an Australian businessman. And then he said that I will change everything about monkhood because this is not what a monk means, that okay, this person is reliant on others or someone is doing service to that monk.
That you have to beg for food, you cannot feed yourself and you want to serve humanity.
Also the image of the egoistic monks who make other people serve them. In terms of food, in terms of all of that.
A true spiritual person will only give and would not ask for anything in return because they're already wealthy, abundant, but they do not want those things. So India need to move out of this poverty consciousness and glorifying scarcity.
Yeah.
Spirituality is abundant. Spirituality is about wealth and getting rich. And if you're not it, then you're not spiritual.
Yeah.
It comes
I think that's why you should become rich first and then have at least your basics sorted and then move to spirituality.
Yes.
And that's why Lord Vishnu also, when he reincarnated as Lord Rama and Lord Krishna, he was already a king. Already a king. Interesting.
So being बिना भोग के योग नहीं हो सकता.
Yeah, that's not possible.
You cannot renounce bhog if you've never tasted bhog.
Yeah.
You can only renounce something you have indulged in. And then go into higher.
That's where she enters. Bhukti Mukti Pradayini.
Bhukti Mukti Pradayini, exactly.
You also get the bhog and you also
get the highest of things, the most luxury that there is to experience and say, I don't want this, I want you.
Yeah.
That is the whole point.
Yeah.
Go, enjoy, play and have a thought at the back of the head. This is you. The business class is you, the Ferrari is you, the penthouse is you, everything is you. Auto is also you.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Thank you so much, Jasmeet, for this conversation. It's not even a podcast anymore. This is like a initiation for the people who are watching.
She turns everything into an initiation.
Yeah. That's where it goes. And I would not want this to end, but of course we have to end on a note. And yeah, so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
so
for
much
having
for
me.
This
and
thing.
I could do this all day, just talking about her, chanting her names and just go on about her.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Jai Ma, Shri Matre Namaha.
Shri Matre Namaha.